Hello, everybody. Welcome to Xbox Ultimate Podcast, episode 142, right before Xbox Showcase. I'm a little down, guys. I'm a little down. I have to be honest with you.
What are we doing already? What are we doing?
I don't know. I think we're trying to build something up.
No, I'm being serious right now. I didn't want to spoil it for you guys, but a little while before the show, somebody I trusted sent me a DM.
Yeah.
That had the whole showcase in it.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay.
Why don't I see it in my DMs yet?
Because I'm not gonna send it to anybody else. I saw.
you don't
Whoa,
wanna
whoa.
Yeah.
If this is legit, that's not. Yeah, no.
Yeah, and
But I feel mad.
I will have to tell you guys because I want you to know why my energy is so off.
Well, it looks like Pong's gonna be starting his own podcast. We're all gonna be going over there.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
The worst of it is it's just not what I was hoping for. I thought it was one of those fake lists, you know.
Yeah.
And so I read it and I'm like, this has got to be fake, you know. But like, I corroborated it and stuff, and it's legit. And
who'd you ask?
Just the people.
Just the people.
It's the people, man. I'm so down right now. I mean, I'm not even excited for the showcase anymore. The next 3 days were just ruined for me. I don't know what to do about it.
Yeah.
I was almost canceled the show, you know.
Well, let's cancel it. Let's go play some Diablo 4. That'll cheer you up. Let's go.
So I don't know. I mean, I gotta head out. Bye, guys. I can't do this.
Later.
I'm kidding. I don't know anything. I'm still fucking excited. In fact, guess what, guys? There's leaks happening all over the place right now and rumors galore. And we're going to talk about a lot of that stuff because you know what? What we are finding out is pretty fucking awesome. It's pretty awesome. And I can't wait to share some of these things with you guys if you haven't heard. And most of y'all already know because it's been going around like crazy what happened yesterday. And then if you listen to Xbox 2 podcast with Randon Gez Randon Gez earlier. That was an awesome show. I didn't catch most of it, but I caught some interesting tidbits in there that gave some fuel. And I know that these guys have had their ear to the ground a little bit more than I had today because I was knee deep in some work and then Diablo. And then
I thought you were going to say something else.
No, they haven't dabbled in some Street Fighter for a few minutes right before the show.
Nice.
Yeah, but
and most importantly, Mav, though, because of the leaks, we know the list that you finally did accept the other night, the list that was going around that was supposedly the entire show, was not correct.
Which was not. That is disappointing.
After all that back and forth on stream with you in the chat, and then you finally cave, because you didn't want. And now it's disappointing.
If you guys watched,
it's not true.
If you guys watched Mavcast the other night when I was going on and these guys were telling me about this list up there, and they were like 30-40% chance it could be real or whatever, and it was so I didn't want to see it because like in case, you know, but then I got just from multiple people in a party chat later that night because I couldn't stop thinking about it that it was probably fake, so I had them send it to me, and oh my god, if that list was real, if that list was real, there would be game over for like the next decade for Xbox. Like they would be like just killing everything.
Yeah.
But that list is not real, which I did say multiple times, and that was too good to be true. So, but it was. It was too good to be true. But you know what? There's a lot of awesome stuff that we're hearing now. So let's introduce this panel here. We're a little short-handed today because Fuzzy said he might be a little late, which obviously he is right now. But he's got some stuff he's trying to get done. But in 3-bit is MIA. He's taking the night off, I guess. But we got Psycho here.
What's up, man?
How you doing, Psycho?
I'm doing fantastic. Was working a little bit earlier today, and then was listening to Xbox 2 with Gaz, God damn it. And some interesting things were said over there. And then yesterday we got 2 games kind of leaked from Atlas themselves that really got me hyped. And then playing Diablo, of course, trying to get to end game so I can get to World Tier 3 with the rest of the crew, so I'm not left behind. Get some great gear. But yeah, it's really interesting freaking things that have been leaked and whispered about, so we can't wait to share with some things we can share and talk about what we heard, and yeah, we can go from there.
Yeah, right on, man. Oh well, thanks, and I'm glad you're feeling better, bro, as well. So thanks for being here.
Oh yeah, well, I took my antibiotics. I haven't.
Yeah, no, I know, but you were last week. You were like in such misery, like you can even be for the prediction show. That was exactly a week from tonight. So
yeah, it was horrible.
Jasper, how are you, bro?
Pretty good. Just playing Diablo. Hit World Tier 4. That's what I've been up to.
Yeah, you got your first ancestral.
Yeah, they drop like candy. It's just like sacreds. They're not special anymore.
Yeah,
but you haven't gotten ancestral unique, right?
Yeah, that's what I got to get to.
But that's just gonna be when you get you'll get them. If they're as rare as like the sacred uniques, then like I've already gotten a few of those in a few hours or whatever. So, hey Pong, what's up, man?
Hi. Hey, listen, it's Friday. It's great to be Friday. It is the weekend of what potentially could be the greatest showcase in Xbox history. This is easily, just from what we know right now, already close to a 10 out of 10 as long as the games don't show up and look like absolute shit, which we know they're not going to. So that's all exciting. But first of all, I did want to start off by a little moment of silence and rest in peace for all the $30 Diablo 4 Ultimate dudes out there. You guys almost got away with it. You got away with it for a week.
Almost.
I mean, almost. It was close, but sorry you guys got those emails rolling on in saying that Xbox was going ahead and refund your purchase and you were going to go ahead and have to buy the full copy. I always love to get a good deal when I can. I always look for mistakes if I can, and I will certainly grab things. But in this day and age of digital, did you really think Xbox was just going to let that go? Probably not. If you're mad at Xbox right now, I can't get behind you on that. You gotta give a smile and a little chuckle and say, well, I tried. But you can't really get mad at the company for coming back and saying, nah, we want that extra $70 if you want that ultimate.
Yeah, it's just like people were treating it like a physical item. Where like if you went to a store and it was labeled that price, they can't come and get your item back. So it's like
correct. And that's the old way. That's why I said in this digital age, it doesn't. Again, how many times have Best Buy, Target, all the major brands done something wrong? Everybody's flooded, bought it, and then all of a sudden everybody gets their orders canceled. It happens all the time. So you guys got a week of playtime on it. So, hey, congratulations there. But the servers should be a little bit lighter right now.
Do they have to, just curious, do they have to buy the Legendary Edition again, the $100 one? Because they might have cheated the system to get 5 days early access.
Yeah, right? No, I don't think they're going to make them do that. They just got 5 days early access for free.
Right.
That's why I said congrats. You got basically a week. So, on for nothing. So, but anyways, I saw that when I was leaving work and coming home, everybody's starting to blow up Twitter with that they were getting those emails. So, otherwise, again, it's fun time. This is Gamers Christmas, everybody. We have a lot going on. We've already had a couple shows, different opinions on those shows, but we've already seen a bunch of new games coming out, lots of cool stuff. There's games coming out that I never thought would see the light of day again. Shadows of the Damned over on the Devolver, the remaster is coming out. This is, for people who don't remember, this is a 360 game that was a cult classic. It's Suda and Grasshopper at their peak. But I never thought we'd see a game like this be remastered and coming back for another generation. But Devolver Digital announced it. Shout out to Devolver Digital for another unique, weird, wild, crazy, awful type show in all the best ways. I love Devolver Digital. I don't care what anybody says. So, Volvy. It is Gamers Christmas. It is a great time to be here. We are shorthanded tonight, but we're still gonna have a great show because we are all excited. We are all pumped. Again, Sunday being the main event, and it's looking better and better and better for Sunday. And I think we are in for something special. So we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
Mav, what's your week been like, man?
Yeah, just checking my email right
I know you are. I can tell.
now. Yeah, checking it to see if I
Checking it
got
twice?
locked off of Diablo. No, I'm just kidding. No, what was funny though is what did happen with me was when I originally pre-ordered a Diablo, I pre-ordered it on a card that became a new card, right?
Right.
And then they had the just for you offer up there to upgrade, which I needed to do anyway to get the early access. So I just did that. And I don't even know, I haven't even looked or anything to see like with me changing my card information or like I got charged for the old one or what. I have no idea. So I'm checking my email now. I was playing Diablo today though.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess I'm fine. I don't know.
Yes, you are fine.
Hey, but yeah, we got some super chats to get to real quick. Alvin hit us with $5. Says, in the immortal words of the great Reggie Fils-Aimé, my body is ready. Let's go. Yeah. That wasn't a very good Reggie Fils-Aimé impression.
No,
I don't think
it wasn't.
My body is ready. Let's go. Is that better? No. Okay. Vik The CLiCK with $5 super chat says, what's up? I'll be watching this tomorrow. I'm at the movies. Got one drink double and a tall boy of Heineken, and we are still on the trailer. That's awesome, man. Hopefully you're enjoying the movies. Let me know what you're seeing if you're still there, bro. We did a second round of Little Mermaid today.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yeah. But Kate didn't go the first time. My daughter really wanted her to go see it. We went, did a Little Mermaid again. It was just as good the second time, I gotta say.
Mav, are we going to talk about $80 Starfield too?
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. And a $10 super chat from Alvin. Again, Alvin, your generosity is very much appreciated, bro. Says, I guess now's the time. I'm a sub to Maximilian Dude, and a few days ago, he said he's streaming the Xbox show, but not the Starfield part, because he has something Microsoft related to prep for after the show. Interesting. Maybe content creators are getting some early stuff there.
It's possible.
Possible.
I wonder what it is.
Sound like fucking Minecraft villagers over here.
Thank you all, chat, for being here. But you asked what I was playing. I've been playing Diablo for the most part. I mean, I've just been finally got past World Tier 2 into World Tier 3. I beat the campaign. Amazing. You were right, Pong. That cutscene is one of the most epic, badass cutscenes I've ever seen in gaming. Period. God, the team that made that is astoundingly talented. Something bad did happen though on the final cutscene, which is not the same cutscene. Right. I was playing the game, and then last night Diablo had a little update. It had a little update, and guess what happened? In the very end cutscene of the game, the very last thing you see when you beat the game, in the middle of it, lost connection to Diablo servers. Boom.
So shitty.
I was like, what happened? I was like, no. And so luckily I could go back and watch it on YouTube. But that was pretty shitty, yeah. And so I'm now in World Tier 3, so I had a chance last night to do some runs with you, Pong, and Steel.
Yep.
And we were rolling around
and Helltide,
having a blast, and I got to kind of test my sorcerer at another level, right, which was really cool. So yeah, it's been fun, man. And today I did some side quests and stuff, but then I also finally got around to getting Street Fighter 6 going and installed. And I only had, there's like 3 separate installs for that game. The main one, and they have a separate install for the fighting. I forget what they're called. But there's 3 different modes. So after the third one installed, I finally got to play around with it a little bit and get into like just 1 or 2 matches against the computer. But I will say just initial, like very short, quick impressions. Like I'm talking about 10-minute impressions. the fighting is smooth and excellent. And I'm really pumped to get into that game. There's some cringe in there.
Yeah, sure.
That hasn't been a part of Street Fighter before.
Great.
Really appealing to the younger audience, I would say, for sure. But that, we're getting older, right? So games aren't necessarily made for, the old fogies anymore,
Nope.
But they're
Oh, sorry.
but the gameplay wise and all that kind of stuff, that was absolutely fucking incredible. And I'm gonna definitely be loving this game. Vik The CLiCK with the $2 says, "Shh, Mav, movie started. I'm watching Transformers." Oh, dude, I'm jealous. I told Kate I got to see that tomorrow. I'll probably be seeing that tomorrow.
Have us on speaker, Vic.
Yeah,
during the movie. We're more important than Transformers, Beast Wars. I'll tell you that much. Quick shout out too, Mav, to Carolyn Faber, who did the voice of Lilith. Wow.
Jesus, I'm psycho.
Wow.
I tried to pause
There's a
it,
mute
but
button.
I tried. I couldn't get it. I couldn't
Hold
hit the mute button.
Let me get the snot out of my ear.
Yeah. I hope you all enjoyed that wet sound right there. My freaking Christ. Anyways, shout out to Carolyn
that
Faber.
was for you, Carolyn Faber. How about some?
Yeah,
snot?
that was especially for you. But shout out to you for your performance in Lilith, and the entire Blizzard animation team. As Mav was just saying, again, if you guys haven't gotten there yet, we're not going to spoil a damn thing. But there's a cutscene towards the end of Act 5 that is absolutely, literally one of the greatest cutscenes narratives I've ever seen in a video game, hands down. And Jasper, when he was watching it when we weren't there, all he was doing was going, "Oh my god, we're like, oh my god, we got to get there." So shout out to both of them. And I had put out a post the other day, and both Carolyn Faber liked it and thanked me for the post, because I shouted out her and the animation team. And then I had a Jameer Blanco, digital sculptor, cinematic character creature artist for Blizzard Entertainment, also gave me the prayer signs and thank you for the post. So definitely hope they're both, the team and her, are up for awards at the end of the year. They should be. I can't wait till you all get there.
100%.
If you guys are playing Diablo 4, seriously, when you see the start of the cutscene that we saw for part of the trailer, where Narius is coming down and you see all the demons in hell, that was the one that they played for everybody. It was kind of like the teaser for the game prior to it coming out. When you see that trailer, or when you see that cinematic start, watch it. It's about 10 minutes long. It's simply amazing. Simply amazing.
Yeah. It was epic, man. Like, it's you're not gonna spoil what was in it at all, but it was amazing. And I hope there's like some story content coming down the road. Have they mentioned anything like that?
Yes, they've got 2 expansions already in the works.
Nice.
2 major expansions. We're gonna get the seasonal updates, but they've got 2 major expansions.
I can't fucking wait. Did they give a timeline on that? Like, is it at all?
I think they said it's going to be after the first season, so at least 4 months away.
I would think next year.
Probably.
I think they'll start off next year with one, and then maybe end next year with another, possibly, if they're ready to do that. So we'll see.
It's pretty awesome, man. Jigga J with $2 says, "Mav, fight me in Street Fighter 6 after you get some practice in." Will do, man. I'm a Street Fighter veteran that has always been very average or below. So, but I know the moves.
I do want to let Jigga J know, because he has not replied back to me yet. So, Jigga J, I sent your cup out, so you will have it tomorrow, my friend.
And he sneezed on it first, Jigga J.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So you get it. Let me know when you get it, and enjoy, my friend.
Right on, man.
And congrats again.
Yeah, congrats, Jigga J. That's awesome that you did that, Psycho. So, guys, this is our last show as a family.
Oh, really? That's it? We're done?
Okay. Before the Xbox Game Showcase.
I was getting excited for a minute.
Is this the most anticipated Xbox Game Showcase in years?
Since 2020
Series
launch.
X.
Series X launch, yeah.
I think it's even hits different then, because we knew this where the studios were not really like there yet at that time. So at that time all they had was the ability to give us some CG trailer stuff and games that we haven't had updates on for 3 years and stuff like that. So Now the rumors are, I don't know if you guys caught Rand and Gez on Xbox 2 podcast earlier, but there was some interesting things that Rand said. In regards
I was
to a
just seeing
comment.
what Pong Soul.
Huh?
I just saw what you saw.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah.
Am I missing it?
RWK always comes
Yeah.
through with something
Oh, okay.
weekly.
I saw Pong's face. He was like, "What the fuck did I just read?"
I was trying to figure it out.
I read it.
Shout out to
Too.
you, RWK. You always come through with something that makes you go,
Yeah, have fun with your controllers, buddy.
What are y'all talking? Okay. Anyway, all right. So, if you heard Xbox 2 podcast earlier, which is like I'm a fan of that show. It's a great show. And Gaz, aka Gaz, did a great job filling in for Jez today. I'd have to say, did an excellent job. And Rand kind of said a couple things like he seemed a little confident that we're gonna see Fable, Avowed, and Hellblade too there. As well as we already know we're going to see Forza and Starfield. I didn't catch the whole show, so I don't know if there was more to this, but he had read a super chat where somebody said he hopes to see those games. And he said, I think you're going to see all those games.
Yep.
Pretty damn confident. Yeah. So
and he thinks we're going to see both Compulsion and In Exile as well.
I mean, just imagine this show. Like, if that... this is a grain of salt, you know what I mean? But like, I trust Rand, Yeah. And I don't know if he's 100% or not because I didn't listen to the whole show, right? But I'll trust Rand's intuition regardless, right? And if he thinks those are going to be there, which he's a pretty reasonable guy, as Colt said on our prediction show last week. This is shaping up to be quite the extravaganza for Xbox first party,
bro.
You talking about a show of all shows. Even if Compulsion, In Exile, Fable, Avowed, Hellblade 2, Forza, and we have the Starfield Direct. And not only that, but we have to remember in what Aaron Greenberg said.
Hey, Randall Thor's in the chat, $5. Shout out to you, Rand. Those are just my predictions, guys. Hashtag hold the line. Rand, we all know you're an insider, bro.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
I don't know.
Safe with us.
I said it's your intuition, but Rand, shout out to you with $5. Appreciate it. He says those are just my predictions, guys. Hold the line. Hashtag
I just read that.
Let's just I know.
Yeah. Okay. All
right. So
sorry. Didn't mean to step on your toes, man.
Hey.
I apologize.
Hey.
Sorry. I'll back off.
For Rand, I had to read it. Okay. It's Rand. So, if we get those games, and now it's a hypothetical, right? Because it is, speculation, right? It is predictions, but I still think Rand has good intuition here. So if they have a show like this, right? If we get Hellblade 2, if we get Fable, if we get Avowed, if we get Compulsion's game, if we get In Exile's game, and we know we're getting Forza, that to me could make for the best Xbox showcase of all time, keeping in mind the fact that Aaron Greenberg said no all CGI trailers. It's either in-engine or gameplay or a mix of CGI with one or the other, right? So if we get half of those, I mean, let's be honest here. If we get half of those, that's pretty fire show. Oh, so where are we sitting at with this information?
Let me throw this in there too, Matt. Let me throw this in there too, because Rand talked about this as well, and Gaz did too. That they've talked to the people already down there, and they asked them their impression of Microsoft and the execs down there, Aaron Greenberg, etc. And to a T, all of them said confident, very confident going into this show.
And you didn't remember Phil Spencer and Matt Booty, I think, are doing an interview afterwards on Giant Bomb with Grubb and those people. So that adds a level of confidence for me that Matt Booty would be there doing that after the show. so there's just so much out there right now about this level of confidence that I don't know if we've seen this level of confidence from them before a showcase like this in a long time. I mean, they definitely didn't show it last year. And the year before that, I think they were hoping it hit, and which it did in 2021. After that show, everybody loved it, right? But you know, I don't know if they knew they had a slam dunk then, right? I'm getting the feeling from Xbox and the teams at Xbox, all the execs and the, you know, social media managers and, you know, all these different people involved right now, that they know they got something that the community is going to go crazy for with this showcase. Correct. And that's why the expectations are flying high, I think.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
But one more thing, real quick, Psycho. I don't know.
Go ahead.
I don't Andy Robinson, right?
Yes.
As well. I think which I can't see the tweet, but shout out to Tom from Toonami who sent it to me, and I had to respond.
I forgot you're blocked.
He has me blocked.
Yes. I wonder why.
So he said the Xbox show is going to be fabulous. So
fabulous.
Did he say Fable? Oh, fabulous.
Yes, fabulous.
Okay, fabulous.
Now Mav just got the tweet that he's about to
I thought it was a typo.
No.
I thought he meant to say fabulous.
Was putting out there that Fable for sure is going to be.
Okay.
That's what he was
right
doing.
on.
So, yep.
Awesome. You know, it's just great, guys. It's just fantastic.
Oh yeah. It's a beautiful thing. And this is the showcase of that's going to bear fruit from multiple showcases. Now here you got from 2018, we're going to get the shock from, you know, announcing Compulsion, Ninja Theory, in Exile. We're about to see what they've been working on for the last 5 years. And then we have what, you know, the last acquisition with Bethesda, and we're going to see what what updates they've done with Starfield after this. So the amount of, I want to say bravado that's coming from Xbox right now is freaking insane. It's just been a long time coming of being knocked down by media. I think after this showcase, with what they're going to show, with just stuff that's been in the works forever, and we don't know everything. This is 152 minutes and 13 seconds. At least that's what was said on. That's what Randall Thor said.
152 minutes, because that's 2.5
13
hours.
Seconds. You can't. That was extra 13 seconds.
1
hour 52
minutes 13 seconds.
Is how long the show is?
Yes, total.
Yeah.
But that's 2.5 hours.
No, 1 hour 52
minutes.
I
thought not 152 minutes. Gee, are you okay tonight, man?
I'm not.
You need me to take over? Like,
I thought y'all said 152 minutes.
Yeah, bro, it's 152 minutes.
Psycho did say that first, and then he corrected himself. But
I came in and corrected it as well. So
I heard Psycho
1 hour
and I was
and 52 minutes.
Okay.
So now they don't know. He was mentioning he doesn't know if it's going to be an hour and a half for the showcase, and then 22 minutes for the Bethesda showcase. He doesn't know. He's not too sure how they're going to split that up. They're going to do like, 80 minutes and then 32 minutes, or how are they going to kind of break that up? But just imagine having over 20 minutes of Starfield in-depth conversation. Talking about the 60 frames per second, talking about how to build your bases, how you're building your ships, and how you're farming everything, and how to traverse the universe. If you're going to use wormholes, if you're going to be
use mushrooms,
light speed. No, that's on that one planet. They got that one drug that they found. From secreting some kind of toad, but no, it's going to be interesting how you're gonna travel through one point of the galaxy to the next. If it's gonna be light speed, if it's gonna be wormhole travel. We had speculations of that where that sphere was turning. Is that the midpoint of the game? And Starfield could be so massive and such, but it doesn't feel like it's a huge undertaking, playing, because sometimes games are like, oh my god, I gotta do this, grind this, and if that formula is done well, Starfield, like we've been saying, could be a generational game that people will be talking about for freaking decades.
Yeah, I mean, you're right though, man, because like Starfield is its own element, it's its own show, right? And like,
yeah,
it's going to be
pretty massive.
Even if we just knew we were getting a Starfield Direct, I would be just almost as excited, because there's going to be a shit ton of stuff about Starfield, and we'd be co-streaming that, be like, Starfield's coming, we got Starfield Direct, we're going to find out so much stuff. Is it going to be 60 frames? Like, what? Like, is it going to look like story-wise and all these different kind of things? And so that's just, as exciting for me almost as the Xbox Showcase, right? So, and we get them back to back, bro. Like,
yeah,
insane.
And that Xbox Showcase is going to be, it's just going to be nuts. Everything that they've been working on for like I said, like the last 5 years, and we don't, like, id has been very, 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 very quiet. We don't know what they've been up to. Have they been working with Machine Games to get Wolfenstein 3? Have they been doing their own thing? Have they been working on a new Doom? Have they been doing Quake? That that's kind of been hints, because we've been getting kind of the remake, and things have been, talked about with Quake. We just don't know yet. And the fact that this has been pretty much tight-lipped, except for the Atlas stuff, but that was Atlas themselves that kind of leaked those two games. It's just crazy. We got Persona 5 Tactica and Persona 3 Remaster or Reload. That's what it's called. That's going to be there. So what else are going to be Atlas? Are we going to get Shin Megami Tensei? Are we going to get a remake of that? Are we going to get the new? Are we going to get the new Persona 6?
Well, I think the most
so
important
much
thing for that is, like, even like if nothing else is announced at this show, like the whole future for that franchise and what Atlas is going to do seems like it's going to probably have some kind of relationship with Xbox. And to go 100%. Game Pass day one on these, and what Psycho's referring to here is the leak that happened yesterday. Where social media manager on Instagram, I think is what it was, accidentally put the trailers out for
former
social media manager accidentally put the trailers out for Persona 3 Reload and Persona 5 Tactica, which were gonna be at the Xbox Showcase, I'm assuming, and they had Game Pass day one on it, or they had Game Pass announcements on it. So that would have been. Now I got to say that kind of sucks for Xbox.
Yeah, it does.
Because to have, like these things, when everybody knows it's going to be there, it doesn't hit the same as a surprise, right?
It's hitting though.
It's hitting now, but I'm saying for the show.
But it still will. It still had the same.
Right.
Listen, instead of it being lost within the showcase, sure, it would have still been talked about, but everybody's going to be talking about Starfield. If they're going to show this many big first parties here, everybody's going to be talking about those. Yes, the Persona 3 is fantastic. Again, the fact that Atlas, after all this time, is now with Sega and they are lined with Xbox and giving them everything is great. And it would be a side note. But right now, that news today went wild. That news was trending higher than Summer Games Summer Games Fest, because people were saying that news alone was better than anything Keighley had at his show. right? So whether or not you want to believe that, it went wild today because there's people upset. There's people that claim that we were never going to see that stuff over on Xbox, even after we got Persona 5 Golden and Persona 4 and Persona 5 Royale, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 3 Portable. Even after all that, they still said that we weren't going to get any of these, right?
Yeah.
So they're upset. Everybody's excited about it. The fact that we're going to get it. So actually, it kind of had the same
maybe
effect.
it gave it more limelight in the
Yeah.
long run.
Also,
right?
that
Like, to your point.
JRPG audience may look forward to the Xbox show now because they don't know what else they could be there. So,
Right.
Correct.
Correct.
And
Those
like
are
I said,
very
like
valid points.
I'd love to see Shin Megami Tensei, any of from the series, if they did like a remaster of those.
Well, that was Special Nick's other rumor, right? Was that they are doing
Yeah.
Shin Megami Tensei. And
Yeah.
again, we're going to get it on Xbox. If everything that we've seen now, we know that Atlas is putting
Yeah.
their stuff on Xbox. So
Yeah,
it's good to
and
go.
that's amazing because I never got to experience it outside from watching a buddy of mine play it. But it's an RPG that has such a cult following. And if it lands on Xbox, it's one of those games that can help push Xbox into the East a little bit more, because if it's getting a remake, and if it comes to Game Pass, that right there is just something that, like, you know what, let's give Xbox a try. And again, they don't have to play.
Yeah.
They don't have to get a console. If they got a tablet, whatever, boom, they're good to go. But it's just great. It's a good time to be an Xbox gamer, and this showcase is just.
Yeah.
It's going to be nuts, especially with the other stuff that's kind of been dropped.
The fact that they got Atlas is sorry,
Yeah.
man. I'll let you go. I just real quick. The fact they got Atlas is kind of even though it's not exclusive, right?
Yeah.
The fact that it's coming on Game Pass and we're getting all their games in Game Pass day and date is kind of a counter to Square Enix, right?
Mhm.
Atlas, those Persona games might not be quite as big as Final Fantasy overall because Final Fantasy's got the lineage that goes further back. But Final Fantasy isn't the same as it used to be in terms of worldwide popularity, and Atlas is on the upswing with Persona. More and more
people
people
that talk about
are loving Persona because it goes back to the turn-based.
the people that talk about Persona, they're so loud about it. Like,
Yes. And it's turn-based.
When
whereas Final Fantasy is now
Persona,
action.
when Persona 6 gets announced, it's going to be insanely massive.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's going to be a huge deal because each game with Persona has like increased its popularity and its audience.
Correct.
With Persona 5 being much larger than 4, which is already much larger than 3. Right? So when 6 hits, I think it's gonna be that like moment when it gets really to that massive next level that Final Fantasy maybe reached around that same point when they had like Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
Right?
if they ever get to a 6, because they keep making 3s and 5s.
Well, no. See, the thing is like with
They got their
when
A
this-
team too. Don't worry.
when Persona 5 Tactica and Persona 3 Reload got leaked yesterday, I saw a lot of the Persona fan base were like, that are the Sony fan base, they're like, oh, Persona 6 is going to be exclusive on PlayStation, that's it, you know, you can have all these old games. But seeing this relationship now, how things are coming to Xbox, I doubt that we will see Persona 6 be exclusive to a console.
Persona 5 Tactica is a brand new game.
Yeah.
Yes, I know that.
Nobody knew it was coming, and that's coming to
No.
Xbox day one on Game Pass.
Exactly.
So,
And
Which
that's what I'm saying.
falls
Like,
in line with our prediction.
Persona 6.
You remember we had on our prediction show, I think I might even call my name here because I think I may have actually made an official prediction on one of our shows where I said there was going to be a big RPG, maybe from Atlas, or it could be from Sega, or something from Sega or Bandai Namco, and it could be within Atlas, was going to be announced at the show. But I wouldn't have imagined it being a tactics game, right? So some people may find that more niche, but for me, that makes it even better. So, which is crazy. I have also chosen not to watch the trailer yet.
oh, really?
I
Yeah, I'm
haven't-
waiting for the showcase to see the trailer.
Wait till you see.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see it because I want to still be in that moment. And like to my point earlier, I'm like, I know it's still a big deal now and all that kind of stuff, but I remember the days when we had those E3 shows, and and it probably hit different because there was a live audience in the crowd, right? Kind of like they had Summer Game Fest, But when there was something huge and big and popular announced that nobody had a clue about, right? At those shows, there was a massive eruption, right? Everybody went fucking apeshit crazy. And
they
just
show you a
gave
trailer,
another
and then they like come out on stage and play like 5 minutes of it, and it's like,
yeah, and like when you know, now we don't have the moment with Xbox now because they're not doing the show like that, but like when a game gets leaked early, it's going to be there, so that's a surprise element can never be replaced in a way. So like for the and so as much as it's important for the as good for the game or whatever, it does. That's not necessarily my point. I'm just talking about like the moment of excitement and hype during a showcase, right?
Yeah, I get that.
So I think they like to have those things secret because they want the shows to hit that hard. However, maybe it is even better for the game that it, did get put out so it didn't get overshadowed.
I know that the names of the games had leaked like 3 days before this trailer came out. Like that was going around, but no one was like concrete on it. So like people knew it was coming, they just didn't know.
Yeah.
And this has been whispered for a long time that these were showing up. It's not Tactica. Tactica, I don't know anybody who spoke about a Persona Tactics game ever. Like I don't remember that. Persona 3 remake though was definitely out there. That was something that everybody was waiting on that. What was I just about to say? Never mind. I lost it.
Let's get to a couple super chats while you gain your mind back. Tom for Toonami, member for 5 months, says Mav telling everyone I can't spell. Thanks. He's talking about the Fabulous DM. Thanks, bro.
Yep.
Appreciate it. And then J Mac, member for 8 months, says, "Is this showcase a system seller?" I think it could be.
Game Pass seller for sure.
Ecosystem seller, right?
Yes.
And that's what Xbox needs to do is they need to sell the ecosystem no matter if you play wherever you play, right? And like they're not they need to sell consoles, and they are concerned with selling consoles. They want to sell consoles, but at the same time, selling the ecosystem is more important to them than selling the console, right? So like this is an ecosystem thing. Like if you're like wherever you don't care about getting an Xbox, if that one game you may decide to get in Game Pass or play on PC or Game Pass or whatever, and that's what they're trying to get you with. Luis Jose, member for 2 months, says leaks. Sup panel, can't wait for the showcase hype. Yeah, we're hyped. I am super hyped, guys. I usually get hyped for these shows. I always do.
What was your original question about this? Do we think this is going to be the biggest showcase ever? What was your original topic?
Oh, when we first
went off on an Atlas. Yeah, because we went off on Atlas.
I said
because Psycho did the usual cycle and brought up every single leak that happened today. So we started talking about that stuff.
I asked if it was the most anticipated showcase for Xbox in years.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yes, I do believe so. At this point, I think it is. Due in part to the fact that they've teased themselves with Fable, but also just like Psycho brought up, because all those games that we've known have been in the works that we all sat here and said eventually have to be shown. Like they're going to eventually come out and talk about these games. And there's so many, it's not like they can sprinkle them 1 or 2 at a time, that there is going to be some drops where we get a showcase like this, where we do potentially see 4, 5, 6, maybe even 7, first party AAA games. And it's time. So yes, I do believe this is the most hype. It helps that Sony came out and tripped. It helps that the Summer Games Fest wasn't a big show for most, for a lot of people. It wasn't a big show. And so all eyes are on Xbox because, as we've always said, this is still E3 time. E3 might be no more, but this is still gamers' Christmas. And this is when people that game, that are enthusiasts, that are into this stuff, sit up and take notice because there's so much news flying around. So right now, with the way that it's currently set up and everybody kind of doing their own thing, Xbox automatically steals the limelight every year. Even on their down years like last year, everybody was excited for Xbox to showcase because it's still the most traditional type showcase that we now get. That's why everybody was so excited for Sony's, thinking after 2 years they were going to bring back that type of showcase again that they used to do. And obviously we saw that that wasn't the case. So now all eyes are again on Xbox for a variety of different reasons. So yes, this is definitely the most hyped show we've had in years for Xbox. Xbox is out here teasing things like Fable. We've gotten a few small leaks. We already know, 99% sure on a handful of games. And then you got to think to yourself, well, if we know those for sure, what are they going to surprise us with? And that's when you start getting into the compulsions. That's when you start getting in Exiles, which we don't even know titles for.
Persona 3
that's
would have been
all
a
going to be
surprise.
It would have been a surprise, but
Persona
like you
5,
brought up, Mav, most of us were predicting another Eastern style section of the show where they go big. Like we get some big announcements from the East, right? But no, I agree. Persona 3 remake would have been huge. Persona 5 Tactica would have been a big one. Like you said, you can say it's niche, but there's still a lot of us, Mav, that still think Final Fantasy Tactics is the goat of all goats. And when it comes to tactics games, so anytime we get a new game and Persona 5 now has that popularity, there's going to be plenty of Persona fans out there who are turn-based fans naturally, because that's what Persona still is. Again, like I said, the difference between Final Fantasy now and Persona's classic. Persona's got the old school Eastern flavor to it. It's got that turn-based system. So there's going to be more Persona fans who go play Tactica than even some newer Final Fantasy fans who look at turn-based and go, not for me. Not for me. I don't want turn-based. So yeah, that would have been a big announcement. But I just think Xbox in general this year has all the eyes on them. They have the bullets in the chamber to make this one of the, if not the greatest showcase they have ever had. And I firmly believe that. We've hyped showcases every year, Matt, because we believe that this time was coming. Last year was, again, go back and watch your prediction shows from last year. We were predicting this type of showcase that we think we're going to get on Sunday last year. Unfortunately, they went with the 12-month program, blew all that out of the water. We saw how that turned out. So now we're here. I'm getting those same feelings as I did last year when we were going through our dream list, Mav, and we were talking about this on a regular basis, like, hey, this could be big. This, I do believe, is going to be the big one.
That's what makes this question difficult to answer, because Xbox has always had that thing for the past few years where it's like, just wait till next year. Just wait till next year. So it's like, it's hard to say, is this the most anticipated show? Because we've kind of been doing that the past few years. It's like,
but I think more people, Jasper, this year, especially after last year's 12 months, I think more people this year believe that this has to be the one, right? That this has to be the time where they show up and show out. Again, 40 plus games in the works right now, and we haven't seen more than a few of them in any kind of detail. And then, of course, you've got Starfield as a guarantee on the end of it, right? That's what makes this year seem like it's bigger. But I do understand what you're saying, Jasper.
Yeah.
I just think,
and also, like, once you get this close to the show, like, everyone's hype level is off the charts that, like, you can't think straight about, like.
Correct. And the confidence level from the execs, the confidence level from Aaron Greenberg. Again, Greeny, listen, I know he's a marketing guy. I know his job is to be hype. That's his job. People hate him for it, which I never understand. Like, this dude gets paid multiple six figures to run around and cheerlead for Xbox. Like, okay, give me that job. I'm cool. Like, hey, he's doing his job. But in years past, he has tempered expectations. He has come out and said, slow your roll, guys. Just let's bring it back a little bit here. We don't want to go over the top. For him to come out this year and make that tweet storm that he did, and then on top of it, to hear Phil in that interview, the one really positive part of the interview that he had, where he said, I can finally see the roadmap. 1 game per quarter, AAA. All of that mixed together tells me that they believe that they have something special this year, which means they also recognize the community, that they're in line with us this year. So I think this year is the year to let all the hype hang out, and I think this is going to be the one. The hopes and dreams. Yeah, Jasper, let it hang out, man. Slap it on the table, roll it around a little bit.
Yeah, this is the year. I mean, with them not saying temper, and they kind of have to with the last year's showcase, they kind of need to step it up because they were a no-show at the Game Awards last year. We know. I mean, they kind of have to. They're trying to show that they're not. They don't have anything or whatever the case is. But right now we got the momentum with the ABK deal and everything in Xbox's favor. They need to utilize this and ride this out and win back mindshare from most gamers, even casuals, because that's at the end of the day, and that's the beauty. It's like they're not trying to push hardware, but they're pushing Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
And Game Pass right now, that is Microsoft's. That's how they're doing their metric for this generation, and if it's successful, we all win as gamers because at the end of the day, we get to play our games wherever we want, and that's the beautiful thing. You're not pigeonholed behind a piece of hardware, a specific hardware, because you can't play the new the old games on the newer console. And it's nice to see that Xbox is kind of what is that, preserving gaming with what they're trying to do. So they have to come all out at this showcase, and I think they know that, and we know that, and you can feel it. Something's electrifying in the air right now. Even journalists are not even shitting on Xbox at the moment. We don't see a lot of hit pieces right now, and I think they know, because they know they can feel that like a megaton is about to drop on the gaming world.
Is that a Fallout reference?
Probably.
What?
Probably a Fallout reference. In the showcase, to your point, Psychonauts will do a lot of good if they pull it off, and it is as big and as hype worthy as we believe it's going to be. It's going to put Xbox back positively into the mouths of a lot of people. At the end of the day, like Phil said during the interview, it's still going to be about delivering the games, and it's still going to be about those games coming out and being quality. That's where you're going to have your biggest impact. The roadmap will help people see the future, but you're going to have to prove that that future is a reality by getting those games out on time and with minimal issues, right? Or to the best, the best quality that you possibly can have. Starfield's going to kick that off in September. It has to. That's what they need to do. If they have a hell of a showcase, Starfield shows up and shows out, plus all those other games we just listed off and then some, and Starfield comes along in September and gets that generational type game hype that we all believe it will, but it's a reality. People are playing it and going, oh my God, Todd just took it to the next level. This is everything that I've ever wanted. Skyrim and space, and oh my God, I'm having such a blast. That's what's going to make the biggest mark rolling into the holiday seasons. They will be on a tremendous high. And if they can pull out Forza and potentially Hellblade 2 at the end of the year, you're talking about really pushing those Game Pass numbers finally and really jump-starting the Game Pass that kind of has. I mean, let's be real. They haven't put out any numbers. Phil said it multiple times. It's gotten stagnant. The Game Pass number, subscriptions have gotten stagnant. That will put them back on pace to start increasing again. And they got to continue that roll. And according to Phil, he sees it. So I think this is what we're set up for the next 3 years at least. I think this is where we're at now.
Yeah. Yep. Good points. Jax82 with the $5 says, the one thing you don't want to lose, whether it's Xbox or PlayStation or Nintendo, is consumer confidence. It's hard to get that back. Phil and team did. Yeah, they've been working hard to get it back ever since, and this might be the show, that finally puts a lot of that to rest. I know they're already on track with the release schedules and stuff like that. Now, I mean, this year we're eating good. Redfall didn't hit like it could have, right? But still tons of first-party content already, and the big hitters are still yet to come out this year. As well as Phil's confident about the one per quarter vision now. Finally, he said, where he looks at the slate coming up. So there's a lot of reasons to be excited with that, and all they got to do is deliver on it for a while, and that's gone, right? And this show, maybe the confidence that Phil had with that finally moment, is why one of the reasons we're expecting such a good showcase here with a lot of stuff to see. Aaron also putting the confidence out there about what kind of content we're going to see at the showcase as well.
Yep.
This is a ecosystem of this next era of Xbox type show, I believe, and we're going to see that kind of show that builds us what we can look forward to for the next few years, and with proof in what we see. Right, not just CGI trailers and not just hopes and dreams, but actual gameplay, game names on the project. Projects we knew about for a long time. But they haven't told us the names of the games yet or whatever. Plus updates on the existing games. That's exactly what Phil said we're gonna get. Right, so this is the show. That's the show, and I think if you combine what Aaron said about the gameplay, and the in-engine stuff with what Phil said, that's enough right there to tell you the show is probably going to be a 10 out of 10, right? I mean, just those two statements alone. And again, the confidence that they keep showing. J Mac with the $5 says, this is the first time Xbox fans don't have to worry about what the show is. I believe Xbox understands the position that it is in right now. I think that's a good point. We know
Microsoft is one of the only showcases that they take their feedback and they actually learn from it and change the show for the next year.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't listen to your ass over the last year, Jasper. I mean, come on now, right? The Mr. Feedback. I really hope they stick to the 12 months.
I know, I do. I still do.
Worst decision in history.
I mean, 5 years from now, if they kept with it, you would have a new game, 20 new games announced every year.
Maybe,
but let's get to that point first. This is all right. Jasper's
you have to do it for 5 years before you get there.
Let's get the production line streamlined and set. Yeah, first, and then we can worry about that.
Yeah,
I'll take this.
That's why I said they went early with it.
Yeah, Jasper probably thought the Cybertruck was coming out the year he pre-ordered one as well.
No, that's Elon Musk. You always got to wait 5 years for what he says.
I'm going to check on this poll. I put a poll in the chat for which of these three games would you like to see the most? Because I feel like there's a lot of people that say these three games, right? And they were in a lot of the predictions. So I put out there between Avowed, Fable, and Hellblade 2, right? Avowed is running away with it with 43%, almost 100 votes here. That's actually surprising. I thought Fable was going to run away with it.
Fable's too far away yet. Yeah. We gamers look for what's coming next. Avowed's coming up, right? And I understand why you would think that, because Fable, I think, is, probably if you polled the entire Xbox community, I think Fable probably would be close, if not beating Avowed. But I think for this, especially our type of chat that we talk about these games all the time and that they stay up to date, they know Avowed's very close, and Obsidian is beloved, Mav. Obsidian really is beloved, right? So to know that we're not getting Elder Scrolls 6 for another 5-6 years, right? We, especially in the Xbox community now, we love Western RPGs. We're a big Western RPG fan base. So to know that Obsidian is doing something in the vein of Elder Scrolls within the Pillars of Eternity world, I think that's what's got people really hyped, and I can't wait to see it, because I think that could be big. It could be giant.
Yeah, and just keep thinking about what's going to be at the show. It's like those things, Phil, Aaron, and then you add the Persona stuff in there, right? Like it's and then you add Forza and Starfield on there. I mean, it's like 10
Forza,
possibilities Fable, that are pretty strong 2. Right now.
So just out of the ones that we're 99% sure, there's 5, right? Avowed, Fable, Hellblade 2, Motorsport, and Starfield. Right. So there's 5.
And then you add Personas in there.
Yeah, then but then for other first parties, if Compulsion shows up, if In Exile shows up, right? Then you got 7. Like bro, 7 AAA first party titles in 1 year showing off.
Yeah.
Plus all the third party stuff. Oh my God. And Starfield's already drawing the interest that we knew it would. And if it shows up and shows out, again, like I said, the Starfield alone can wipe the floor with any other showcase if it shows up and shows out. People forget. People are going to remember real quick what Bethesda titles mean. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, this will be the talk, right?
Yes.
I think it'll be hard to have the same amount of attention as Diablo right now. Like Diablo's sitting at kind of a bar right now, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So, but there's Game Pass as well that is going to play a part in this about the accessibility for that game.
I think with Starfield though, like it has the potential for like people to really get into it because it has a lot of like real world aspects to it that people can connect with easier.
The sandbox
I think it'd be
stuff.
invested more emotionally too, like you're connected to it more, like with the experience and your character and your journey. Whereas in Diablo, everybody's pretty much doing the same thing with just creating different builds, right?
Right.
But there's still great storytelling taking you through there. So there is, I think, maybe like there's an addiction level that goes in with Diablo, but there's like an attachment level that goes into a game like Starfield.
Good way to put it. It's a great way to put it. The sandbox is different, right? So, and when the PC community that are Bethesda absolute addicts themselves, when they get a hold of Starfield, it's over, bro. There's going to be so many people. If it's everything we think it's going to be, there's going to be so many people streaming Starfield, and everybody's going to be experiencing something different. Like you said,
some guys going to go to an asteroid and be like, "Oh, I found this little fucking action figure on this asteroid, bro. It's so crazy."
Correct. That's what, like Diablo, like you said, Matt. Everybody is absolutely loving their experience. They're sharing it out. Everybody's streaming it right now. Everybody's watching it, but it's all a similar experience in its base level to what everybody else is kind of experiencing. With a game like Starfield, again, as we always say, it's like a fingerprint. Your story within Starfield is going to be different from everybody else's, guaranteed. Like you're going to meet people 10 years from now that never found something that you did within Starfield. That's what makes it so endearing, and that's what makes them such long-lasting games. And the streaming community, again, talk about originality. That's what you love about streaming, because your experience is going to be completely different from the next streamer over. So if people aren't watching your show, they might miss out on something, right? It's going to explode. This is going to be huge.
The thing with Starfield is you can go in 365 different directions.
Everybody's experience is going to be completely different.
And then, Spider-Man, the mod starts showing up for Starfield, and it's on a different level. It's going to be
and we'll be playing Starfield for 10 years like we will Diablo, right?
Diablo,
as well
with their expansion.
So it's going to be interesting to see the journey of those two games that are both releasing. I have a feeling that 2023, like we talked about last year, 2023 is going to be that year that we look back on and we say, wow, we got Starfield that year. We got Diablo 4 that year, and then you go back and we got Resident Evil 4 remake that year. We got Hogwarts Legacy that year, and come on, there's more, right? Street Fighter 6 is even hitting on another level for Street Fighter as well. There's probably like 7 or 8 games that have already come out this year that are like on a pedestal, like of a high tier caliber game in that area. Dead Space remake.
September is now looking like another month.
Jedi Survivor.
Yep.
Even Dead Island 2, it's kind of got overlooked, right? But I think it's a great game.
That's what we talked about, man. It takes those little games that a lot of people discounted Dead Island 2 and didn't think they were going to pull it off, right? Those are what we talked about. What makes a GOAT year in video gaming is, yes, you got to have the big ones show up and be what we thought they would be, but then you got to have those unknown third parties show up with games that suddenly become popular, become classics, or hit when nobody expected them, and that's what's happened this year already in the first half. Yeah. So, what a good year.
If you guys don't know, if you're watching the stream right now, you can see the little thing on the bottom where I have the channel members' names scroll. Or say thank you, speculators. I was trying to update it before the show, and I broke it. So I apologize that your name isn't scrolling across. I was trying to update it, but I think I have to find another way because I think we have too many channel members now for my thing in OBS to actually fit the names on it that I was using. So I appreciate you guys and for just being amazing in the support that
So
you
what
show.
I need you all to do is shorten your names.
Yeah, that you might
No,
have,
what
what
we're gonna need,
broken my little widget that I was using.
Kate, you're gonna have to create separate splash screens, and you're gonna have to put in everybody's individual names in there. All right, Kate. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, what I was doing was working before, but
She's like, bullshit.
I don't know what to do about
Yeah,
it.
she's like bullshit.
But yeah, it's support on this channel.
I hate you
been
guys.
absolutely amazing.
We love you, Kate.
I just need you to make this stuff. I mean, I'm looking at some stuff that I fucked up that I need you to fix also with my setup right now. So I'll talk to you about it
Damn
later.
it, Data Dog. Really? Did you have to say that? If I would have waited, got my PC until July 1st, I could have gotten RE4 Remake and Jedi Survivor for free.
What free games you
Wow.
get when you buy your stuff?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
It's
really?
probably because
They
it's
always give you
a pre-build. Yeah.
They
No,
gave me
yeah.
free games with my pre-built. It's
No,
Cyberpower.
they had nothing going on.
Yeah.
If I had gotten Nvidia, then I would have gotten Jedi Survivor.
Yeah,
I
it was
think,
from
like one of the
AMD
times.
from me, I think, and it was through the Epic Game Store. I got some free stuff.
Yeah, when I built my PC, this is how old it is. I got Assassin's Creed 3
Wow.
and
Wow.
Dirt. Hold on, and Dirt 3
Nice.
and Deus Ex. Those are the
Deus
three games.
Ex? Oh, that's
Deus
a good
Deus
one.
Ex?
Deus Ex.
Whatever.
Deuces.
Yeah.
Deuces.
Deuces. Deus Ex. That's how old my PC build is.
I
That
think he
shit.
just wanted to say do sex.
Yep. Deus Ex.
Deus Ex.
Do sex.
Sounds like
Sounds
German
German.
or something. hey, Jinx.
But yeah, I got a special shout out to my wife Caitlin as well for all the work she's been putting in. She went ahead and set up all of our events for all the co-streams that we're doing this week. So those are all ready. So if you see them in the on the channel, you can go ahead and go on there and hit the notification bell and the like button, all that kind of stuff. And save your spot for the showcases because we're gonna have some fun. Tomorrow we're not bringing you anything. But
Vassal. Did you see Vassal?
no, but Sunday
Gonna
and
drop a
Monday
Deus Ex.
we will. Gonna drop a Deus Ex. A double Deus Ex. Let's see here. No, that's the wrong thing. I was gonna share the promo pic that she gave me, but I lost it. Oh no.
Okay. Just
Yeah, I was gonna ask, you know, the thing she made for the shows, you know,
Yeah, you don't have them ready?
No.
I broke them. I deleted them.
I was messing with stuff and I fucked it up. So I'm gonna have to redo it. But anyway, let's get into the one that we did yesterday. Summer Game Fest. Right? Overall, I thought it was exactly the show that I expected it to be. And I didn't know everything was gonna be there. I'm not saying that, but like as far as like what kind of show it was gonna be. And I think it was pretty good. I know that some people hated it. Some people absolutely loved it. I do have to make an apology to Nix because I told him he was a liar for telling me that the Spider-Man 2 screenshots were where he said they were concept art. I said, no, those were screenshots. Because I could not actually believe that they would have concept art instead of screenshots that they were showing at the Summer Game Fest for Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, it's Sony's weird this year, man. I don't know what it is. Like seeing that, I didn't notice it at first until you pointed it out. I'm like, holy shit!
Yeah,
it is freaking.
Credit to
concept
him.
art.
You know, he was trying to defend.
Probably because Venom looks like a trash bag.
What's funny is because it turned around on Nix because he was trying to defend PlayStation's showcase by saying Summer Game Fest was worse because there was concept art. But I'm like, so I didn't believe him. I was trying to defend PlayStation, like, no, those are screenshots. They look great. But it turns out it is concept art, which is a shittier thing for PlayStation that they had to show concept art at this instead they couldn't have shown a screenshot. But anyway, like a screen grab, or you know what I mean. It flipped around, but anyway, I didn't believe him, so you know he was right. It was concept art, which is fucking unfathomable for me. However, it is what it is, I guess. they had to give KeiLi something, so they just pulled something out that was probably 3 years old that they thought of a long time ago. So here, KeiLi, put this on the screen. Spider-Man 2, I don't think is going to win Game of the Year. No, I haven't even played it. It doesn't have a chance. Not a fucking chance in hell. After Diablo 4 and with Starfield coming, Spider-Man 2 doesn't have a chance.
Well, Sony's got enough marketing budget left over this year because they're only putting out 2 games, so they could pay them off again.
You think? Yeah, maybe. Maybe they'll deepen KeiLi's pockets a little bit. You think so?
I heard some people suggesting that Spider-Man 2 was a last-minute add-in as a favor from KeiLi to Sony. That's why they only had the artwork there.
Okay.
Because Sony had Sony heard obviously the response to their showcase, and that they got confident enough in the past couple weeks, and they asked KeiLi to throw that Spider-Man 2 release date in there. Of course, KeiLi would do it because it is a big deal. And that's why it wasn't at their own showcases, because they weren't ready to announce that date. But the minute they heard the response, they knew they had to get something out there to put confidence that Spider-Man 2 for sure was on track and it was going to be there and kind of excite the fan base to get that date. And they threw it in there. Just saying, it was suggested by some people, and that's why it was just concept art, and it was kind of felt like it was kind of shoehorned in there.
Do you think they could throw that in within 2 weeks, though? Because, I would assume that they would have to go through all their sponsorships and marketing to be like, this game's going to be here, you have to approve this. I'm sure that takes, a couple months to get through.
I don't know. I don't know, KeiLi. I don't know. I'm just saying it was just a suggestion, and it just makes sense from the standpoint of why didn't they have screenshots there? Why didn't they have something more? Why did they give us a brand new clip that we had never seen before? Right? Why didn't they have something else there? Especially with the release date, because the release date is a big reveal. All right, that's something that people get excited for. So it was just a little odd, and I heard the suggestion. I'm like, I can see it. I can see it happening. But Jasper, you might be right from the back end side that maybe that's just not possible. But
yeah,
just something to throw in there.
It's just weird how they did the release date at the show at the Summer Game Fest and not their own showcase. Yeah, I don't know why you would hold that back.
What I'm saying.
Well, they also put in the Twisted Metal trailer, which should have been the GT trailer.
And that shitty ass thing they put in there is what got all these content creators shows blocked after was that dumbass Twisted Metal trailer. That was the biggest piece of shit trailer I think I've ever seen for any show.
Absolute dumpster fire.
And that's what got all these content creators shows blocked. I do have to say thank you to NBC though for accepting my dispute. So they have unblocked the video, because I did get partially blocked yesterday. Shout out to Blind Giant 808 with the $2. Says, "Are you guys excited for Remnant 2?" Remnant 2 looked pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Looks very good. Jasper for sure is. Steel is for sure, and I do want to hop into it. It's coming July 25th. Looks great. Looks like they, again, that's what you want. Looks like they took everything they learned from the first one and just made more of it and made it better, and I can't wait. Looks cool.
What was the other standouts from Summer Game Fest? For me, Mortal Kombat 1 was just absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
They just stole the show.
Hands down.
They should have ended with it because it looked so damn good. Other than that, there wasn't a whole lot of huge surprises mixed in there. There was some cool stuff here and there. Lies of P had the demo drop, which was a big surprise for a lot of people. I haven't gotten the response from the Souls community. I'm kind of waiting for feedback to hear if they like it or not. I'm not a big Souls guy. I'm gonna try the game, especially since it'll be in Game Pass. But I haven't tried it yet. So, but that was a surprise. Getting a demo for that.
Yep.
And other than that, let's see.
Alan Wake 2.
Alan Wake 2 was a good one.
Yep.
That showed really well.
It did.
Toxic Commando was, I think, the biggest surprise.
John Carpenter game, being involved with it. That reeked of John Carpenter, right?
Yes.
It just oozed John Carpenter.
Again, I love 360 era type games, and that is a 360 era type game through and through. Campy as hell. I love it. They had John Bon Jovi in it, for God's sakes. It's just absolutely amazing. I'm totally gonna love that game. That game looks so much fun.
Psycho was really excited for Sandland.
Sandland.
No, I love Akira
Toriyama.
Toriyama. Toriyama. I love his artwork. It's from Dragon Ball to Blue Dragon to Dragon Quest. I just love his artwork. And this just seems interesting, and it's coming to Xbox, so I can't. And it's just because it's not a Square Enix game, so usually
it was real. It was weird how Keighley hyped it up as an Unreal 5 thing.
Mm-hmm.
Check out this next game from Unreal 5. It's like everybody's like, ooh, gonna be this graphic showpiece here, and then they see that, which nothing wrong with that. The game looked great. It's just like not something you would hype an engine over.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like,
it's like trying to just polish a turd. And it's like, yeah, look, Unreal Engine 5. Yeah, I mean, cool. But this is not a graphical powerhouse type game to get that, trying to hype it up like that. But I mean,
Yakuza Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name. We got new information about it today as well, Jasper. Yes, digital only, which people are upset about. Sorry, folks. I'm sorry. It's coming. It's coming, but also the price point. It's only gonna be $49.99.
And that's why.
So that's a nice price point for a game. So again, if they're gonna go all digital with no physical copies, but we're gonna start getting that PC discount, I'm all for it. I don't think it's gonna happen across the board, but I do like to see some of these games coming out at a cheaper price point. But again, I thought that showed up. A lot of Yakuza fans. It's a big deal and it looked great. So can't wait for that one as well. Prince of Persia, I think looked really good.
A lot of people are trashing it.
This is where the hate train.
Yeah.
I don't understand sometimes. I don't know how you can trash
be the
games
next
so far.
big, huge thing.
Prince of Persia. Yes, and Prince of Persia originally started as 2D. I understand that people fell in love with it once it went to 3D, and a lot of people have beloved memories and want a new 3D type Prince of Persia. But the fact that and again, this is different from the one that they're supposedly making. This is a different game. This is, I think it looked cool, and I think the animation was great.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people
probably not going to be like a $60, $70 game.
No.
Like this is going to be.
I think the thing is, it's just like it's been gone for so long that people wanted like the next big one, and it's like, this is what you give us.
But we also found out that this is from the team that did Rayman Legends. So, and Rayman is
great platform,
amazing, great platformer. So, I think that this game's probably going to come out. I hope Ubisoft doesn't listen to this and be like, "Oh, we're going to take this back underneath the drawing board." So help me, Ubisoft, if you pull another fucking game. So help me, get this one out the door, let everybody play it, and I'm sure it's going to get a great response because it looked really good.
The gameplay looks super solid.
Yes. So I thought that was cool as well. Obviously, Space Marine 2 showing off the co-op. Can't wait for that game. Warhammer 40K, Space Marine 2 with co-op. Again, Gears of War. We're not going to get Gears 6 for a while. Space Marine 2 has a lot of gears to it. I can't wait for that one. That looked great too as well.
Yeah. Also that Sonic game looked pretty fun. At first I was sitting on it because like, they keep doing this every fucking year. It's another one of these.
And you saw it.
But then I saw it and it's like, okay, they're actually, I'm calling it, Sonic U because it's kind of like the Wii, Super Mario Brothers U or Super Mario Brothers Wii U that came out before we could play co-op and stuff. It looks fun though. It's a different take on it. And I think that's kind of what I look forward to in those Sonic games because I bought in a lot of those 2D Sonics and we played a lot of them. So, but I'm looking forward to that as well. I thought it showed pretty good. Angry Hippie with $5 super chat. Thanks, Angry Hippie. Says, I think Spider-Man gameplay was slated for Summer Game Fest, but when they realized how shit their show was, Sony pulled it and left Jeff with the release date. It's a possibility. They were
also a possibility.
Sony was like, all right, let's look at their show. Let's see what we put together. Are we excited? And everybody's like, oh shit. Hey, Jeff, I'm sorry, bro. We'll give you the release date. Okay? You're going to keep the release date. But we got to keep this gameplay for ourselves, man. But we'll still show it again at your show. In the background. Which is what they did.
With concept art.
With concept art of our early idea renderings, I guess, of what this game could be. If that was like actual screen grabs, that would have been pretty cool. And because we were all oohing and awing, everybody was. But you see, it's, now it's this concept art. It's like, you know, like, what does that mean?
Just those red flags to me. That's all.
Yeah.
Jasper and I got Star Trek Infinite from Paradox strategy game coming in the next generation era, which is simply fantastic.
And they got Picard's face on it. They got Gowron's face on it. They got Gul Dukat.
Yep.
It's like we're getting characters from the classic shows. It's like I'm all excited for it.
Yep. We'll know more June 16th when they actually go into detail about it. So, but that's going to be a strategy game. So Jasper and I are going to be all over that one for sure. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. Shout out to Luke Lore.
Shout out to Luke,
host of Xbox Expansion Pass. And I got that promo pickup here, guys, for our content coming up in the coming days. Nice. Thanks to Kate for resending it to me. We are going to have more shows coming your way, including Sunday's Xbox Game Showcase, followed by the Starfield Direct immediately after. If I can keep this damn thing stable and get it located. There we go. Then we also have on the 12th, Ubisoft Forward, and the Capcom Showcase, which I am actually incredibly excited for the Capcom Showcase because I have no idea what they're going to show because all the games they've been showing over and over and over again for the last couple of years are already out. Then also we have
Attorney?
Maybe. We do know that Dragon's Dogma is going to be there, which is exciting for me as well. I'd much rather see Dragon's Dogma than Monster Hunter stuff. Just saying. And not that we're not going to get Monster Hunter stuff. I'm sure there's going to be something Monster Hunter here as well. And then the Xbox Game Showcase Extended there on the 13th as well. Which, what are you guys expecting them to do with that? Because we really haven't touched on it that much. They do this every year now with the second showing. And they've been worth watching each time. I feel like they have some cool little things and nuggets that they drop. And sometimes information on either some of the more information on the games that were announced and stuff like that. Let's sometimes like sit down interviews with the devs, and then more information. But I'm wondering what games could be there, right? Are we? Because if the reason I'm bringing this up,
well, I don't think we get a new announcement. It's just gonna be like updates on what we saw previous day.
But if the actual showcase is bigger, like we're expecting it to be, with first party games, then I kind of also expect this Showcase Extended show to be bigger and better because they're going to probably be covering those games, right? A little bit more in depth. Like maybe they actually sit down with the team at Fable if they show it and talk to them and we get some information on the game besides just the trailer. And like that's what I'm hoping for.
The thing is with that though is like if Fable's farther out, like if it's more of an update show, do they talk about like newer content coming like Halo or like Minecraft, stuff like that? Like since it's more like kind of in the short term and it's just gonna be update stuff, you know?
Yeah, I'm just curious because the more games first party that we get, the more excited I'm gonna be for that second show. Like that's just what they did the last couple of years is they tended to hit on each one of the first party games that they showed, right? And then also a couple other things. So if we get Fable, Hellblade 2, Avowed, and we get Forza Motorsport. Like I don't think Forza would be there because they're doing their Forza monthly.
Oh, yeah. But they may have a short segment there just because it's a more watched show than the Forza segment themselves.
Age will be there. Age, this is something like Age always makes an appearance at. You can also maybe expect something like Flight Simulator to be there with more content. Right.
Yeah, that was there last year. They showed off the new
racing
history plan, whatever,
stuff,
and then they came to that show and talked more about it. That's the kind of stuff I expect. That's why I say I don't know if Fable and stuff will be there.
Maybe. I don't know. It'll be interesting. You know what was interesting was last year. Remember, we were shocked that Halo Infinite
never
didn't show up at any of it. right? They didn't show up at the showcase, and they weren't there at the extended. Are they going to show up with something this year? I mean, season 4 is when?
Who the hell cares?
What if they do announce the battle royale, right?
Then they'll show up there.
Do we think we're going to get the battle royale for Halo at this showcase?
I don't know.
Who knows? If they're shooting for the moon, fuck it. Yes, everything's going to be there.
Everything.
Yeah, truthfully, I don't know. Season 4 could be there. They could be, because they'll introduce infection. They'll introduce.
They have a new ability. It's a teleporter thing where you can like throw it down and then teleport back to your previous location.
Yeah, and then they did something with user generated maps. Something new about that.
They're also adding ranks similar to, I think, like, was it Halo 2 ranks or some shit like that? I forget what they said they were comparing it to, but they're adding a new ranking system.
Yeah, new ranking system. Look, to me, it almost looks like Gears ranking system. How it went through the various steps. Because you could prestige to a point, and then once you prestige, I think that's it. But the people were more upset because it's like, okay, what do you get? An emblem and bragging
People are
rights?
also upset because they're also having to, it's starting at level 1. Like, they've played for a whole year now, and they have to start pretty much fresh with their ranks. It's like,
oh, well,
what the hell have I been doing?
If you're good, you're gonna get back there anyway. So
it's not about
it
good
sucks,
with like Halo ranks. It's about fucking 1,000 hours of playtime to get mythic or whatever your rank is.
Well, put another 1,000 hours in, I guess. That's what 343 is saying. Put up or shut up, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
well, I think
we'll
now
see.
343 has kind of been shut up.
Yeah.
Every time we look, it's like somebody else that's been there for forever. Who was the last one? Was it David Ellis? I think was the last one that left 343 or something.
I know I saw some list. There was like all the Halo 3 people or Halo 343 people that have left like this year, whatever, got fired. It's like half the higher ups are just gone.
Yeah. Which is,
Well,
I mean, we've
higher
been
ups are
asking
fine.
for a shakeup,
Yeah.
right? So they needed some new management.
Yeah. Management was not steering the ship. So the people were like, oh no, people got fired. Well, you wanted management to fucking leave. Here we are. You know, we'll see where it goes in the future. Is it going to be a traditional Halo, or is it going to be only multiplayer? We shall see.
Yeah, for sure. And what else are we thinking? Like, do y'all have any other like things that you've been thinking could be a surprise the last couple days?
There was one that came up a couple days ago that I was like, that would really make sense, and that's Cities and Skylines 2. I think that one could be there because we had that partnership Xbox showcase like a month or two ago, and they announced Game Pass for that game. So I think that has a really high chance of showing up here, and we don't have an official release date. We just have 2023, and if it's 6 months left in the year, it's got to come out sometime soon. So I think we could get a release date for that.
Okay. What about you, Psycho?
Cool.
That really?
Yeah.
That's a great take, Psycho. It's amazing. Yeah, you think so? Okay. I mean,
What?
really? Wow.
What?
Are you there, bro? Can you hear? I don't think you can hear us.
I just stepped out.
Oh. I asked you a question and like you were just gone, so we were just talking to air.
No, I went to get some Laffy Taffy. So what's up?
Fuck. I just went to go get some laugh. All right, what's the joke on it? Prove it to me.
Hold on, let's see. I don't have light on.
Wow, what a great podcast here. Just full of dead air right now.
I know. Sorry, guys. It's that time. We're all exhausted.
How do birds chat with each other?
They tweet.
Yeah. Why did the imaginary woman wear lipstick?
Because it's your imaginary girlfriend.
She was made up.
Made up. That one. That one wasn't as good as the first one.
What did the egg say to the frying pan?
Would the egg say to the frying pan?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You cracked me up.
Oh,
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Jesus.
All right, last one.
Okay.
What type of pick do you take with a surfer?
Kind of pick?
Yeah. What type of pick do you take with a surfer?
Radical, bro. I don't know.
A surfy.
A surfy. That is horrible.
Yeah.
That's the worst one.
Hey,
even Laffy Taffy's writing has gone downhill.
Yeah. A surfy?
Laffy Taffy needs some new management.
Masshole. He's going through his leftover Halloween candy.
I feel bad for the 5-year-old that probably won an award and got to have his joke put on a Laffy Taffy candy.
I think GamePassDad should use some of those in his next stand-up. I think those would go over well.
I went to Five Below.
He could probably deliver.
Five Below has 5-cent or 10-cent piece of candy.
It's awesome. It's great.
Yeah.
Did you is that where you went to Five Below just now?
I knew someone was gonna do that.
Yeah. I
just say
magically levitated to Five Below.
It's right next to the Walmart that bought Diablo at.
Right.
Yeah.
Pong, you got any other last little thought of some surprise we could get? The Psycho's guess was Laffy Taffy.
No, my fucking guess is okay. My guess is gonna be no, goddamn it, I missed my goddamn question.
Because you were.
It's your problem.
Candy.
Jet Set Radio. All right, new Jet Set Radio. That's mine.
Jet Set Radio.
Sure.
All right.
I mean, I will say a whole lineup of Sega games. So whatever they're remaking, Crazy Taxi, right? That's another one. Crazy Taxi, we've heard was going to be remade, and Xbox is helping them out with these remakes, with these big games that they're trying to do. The big game, whatever they called it, I forget what they called it. Anyways, so something like Crazy Taxi, definitely. But I think we are. Again, I'll go back to the one that me and Steel have been talking about that I still think could be the surprise is Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon, showing up on stage and being Game Pass day and date for this year. I still think that would be a giant surprise. I think that From Software and Bandai Namco owe Microsoft one for the whole Elden Ring, whatever happened there. So I will stick with my guns on that and say that the Armored Core 6 on stage, new gameplay trailer, and then announce Game Pass day and date. I think that'd be fantastic.
Right. Maybe they're making Killer Instinct for him.
You know, I had a thought.
That's been a rumor for a while.
I had a thought before yesterday, but yesterday's leak kind of ruined my thought.
Which one?
So I was thinking that, that whole NVIDIA leak that we got years ago now, everything's come true with it. And there was
most of it.
And this ones in this realm of it have come true as well. And Final Fantasy Tactics, one of my most anticipated games ever, was on that list, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now Square, obviously they do all their PlayStation stuff, but they occasionally throw Xbox a bone, right?
Sure.
Randomly, and who knows when or what it's going to be. Like the Crisis Core thing was there last year, I think, right? Or the year before. I can't remember, but
we're getting a new Dragon Quest game as well now.
Right. So
which is weird. Okay.
My thinking on that was that maybe Sony didn't feel like it would be worthwhile money having that, right? Because it's a tactics game. And although they did Ogre Tactics, or maybe the Square didn't feel like putting it on Xbox or whatever. But Final Fantasy is a bigger brand. So Final Fantasy is a bigger brand. So maybe they would potentially have it at both places. My thought before that was because we haven't seen it yet, and I have been waiting for that announcement, and it wasn't at PlayStation show, it wasn't at Summer Game Fest or anything, that maybe just possibly there could be a surprise Final Fantasy Tactics at the Xbox showcase. right?
Okay.
Sure. It would be,
or we get foam stars,
or we get foam stars, right?
Tactics.
Now I don't think Xbox would have Persona Tactics and Final Fantasy Tactics at the same show because it'd be kind of like, would that be like competing against each other, like Persona versus Final Fantasy, both tactics games?
Yeah, I don't think Final Fantasy Tactics is ready to be announced this year, anyways. But sure,
Okay.
yeah, I can see what you're saying there. They
Yeah,
might
so
think about that.
so I moved on past that, and I've
Okay.
been trying to think about what would have been another good one, and I'm thinking that we are going to get another big RTS game because Phil is all in on RTS stuff.
Yep.
I will say to your Final Fantasy thing though, the snitch did put eyeballs above his Tic Tac post just yesterday. So,
but that was probably because of Persona Tactica leak.
Tactica. Yeah.
Right.
But originally people thought that was Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Originally we thought that was Final Fantasy. So you remember what was the other thing that Xbox did, the little Psycho thing, on the tic-tac-toe board or whatever? It had like the word Psycho written in it. Any thoughts on what that could be?
No.
Psychonauts DLC, maybe? I don't know. Just
I mean, that was a weird little random thing. You know what I mean? Like
probably nothing.
Like what would it what could it be? Like it has to be something. Or it has to be a reason for it to exist. No, it doesn't have to be a reason for it to exist.
Psychonauts is hosting the second show this year instead of Paris, so Psychonauts is going to be heading out to LA.
Okay, that's what it is. So I'm thinking maybe we'll get a big RTS reveal. That's what I'm going to go with because Phil keeps talking about RTSs and all that kind of stuff, and like I think it's
Age of Mythology gameplay.
Yeah, it could be Age of Mythology.
Andy Robinson's Star Wars RTS is still out there that he said we should be hearing about soon from one of the big developers.
That would be. I would love to see it.
Oh my god, so fucking amazing.
Yeah, even if it's third party, like being there as well, it'd be great. You guys want to go play Diablo?
Yeah, we can go play Diablo.
Yes.
I want to go play Diablo.
Psycho's already playing it.
Yeah, he's eating Laffy Taffy.
But
hey, everybody, I hope to see you guys soon at the Xbox Game Showcase. We're going to be live an hour before. Okay. So
an hour?
Yeah, we're going live an hour before.
I thought you said 12:30.
No, not for this showcase. This one's 12.
Oh, okay.
All the leaks will be out by then. We'll know the full showcase by then.
Starfield leaked like an hour early last year, whatever it was.
Yeah, for the Xbox Showcase Starfield Direct, we're going live at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So tune in here. The link is already up in the or it's already in the on the channel. So just look, it'll be there as an event. Just go on there, click on it, and we'll have some fun. An hour before, we're gonna cover as much as we can, talk about as much as we can, and then roll right into that show with as much it's gonna be hype. It's gonna be a hype place to be. If you want to be excited with us, come hang out here on Fun Speculation. If you've never seen Pong Soul, watch a showcase. Xbox showcase, especially. Like it's gonna be
it's gonna be even more.
Yeah.
But when Starfield starts, it's gonna be I don't know what I'm gonna do. Honestly.
He's gonna
mute everybody.
He's gonna be
I become a little kid all over again.
He's gonna be squeezing his nipples and all this crazy stuff, man.
I don't do that. I become a kid.
Yeah.
You might just see me with my mouth open and just dying right here on the spot. So it's gonna be amazing. And then but also I'm gonna have to have multiple screens open because I'm gonna have to hit all the pre-orders as soon as the collector's edition goes live. I'm going to be trying to grab that collector's edition while we're live because that's going to be nuts. And I want the controller too.
Yeah.
So it's going to be nuts.
You're going for the $300 one, right? You said? Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just worried that the smartwatch is going to suck.
I don't care.
Yeah. You just want it?
I want the case. I want it. I want the case. I want all of this. If this is their next generational type game, like I said, I haven't bought a collector's edition in over a decade. At least I don't buy.
Think there's a slim chance still that they have a special edition console?
I think there's a slim chance. I think there is, but I think we probably would have heard about it right now already.
Yeah, and they said they got the
coming out.
Porsche Xbox that you can sign up to win.
The only way that would make sense would be if that's a Series S, is the collector's edition, because that's like $340 or whatever it was, right? So it's like, that could be a Series S, but then you don't get the watch. So
no, I don't think they're going to do that.
Yeah,
I think the box, we've known about the watch for too long, and the box has been out there as well for too long. Again, for people who don't remember, we've been talking about the watch for over a year and a half when the original schematics actually got leaked, and nobody believed it. And Mav and I think we did it on PM to PM. I think we talked.
We talked about it.
Yeah, talked.
I think it was like when Borderlands Tiny Tina came out or whatever.
Somewhere around that time. Yeah,
I think we brought up the schematics on the show or something.
Yes, we did.
Looked at it together.
Yep. So no, I'm getting it. Even if the watch sucks, the watch still looks cool. I love the old school feel to it. It's got that engraving on the back with the medallion, with the Starfield constellation on there. Again, I don't care. This is like one of the biggest launches of my lifetime. I didn't get any of the Cyberpunk collector's edition, but this one is on a different level for me too. I'm all in on this. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, right on, bro. Yep. I'm excited to see it. You're gonna wear it on the shows. Have your smartwatch.
I haven't to say, maybe wear it because I'll be streaming. I'll be streaming Starfield, so I'm gonna get up and running. So I'll be streaming Starfield when it launches. This is gonna be fun.
Let me just check the time here.
Yeah. Oh, look at my oxygen levels are running low, guys.
Well, again, I appreciate you guys too for being here through all of our shows. Jasper, Pong, Psycho, and everybody else is part of the Fun Spec fam. Rolling through all the time because you guys make this all a blast and worth doing. So, Psycho, tell everybody where they can find you and your Laffy Taffy.
Yeah, just want to shout out the chat for coming out tonight, spending their Friday with us. It's always appreciated. You guys make everything happen. Always a pleasure to hang out with my brothers. It's a shame that Fuzzy and 3-Bit couldn't make it tonight. But prayers to 3-Bit. Hopefully,
and GamePassDad.
And GamePassDad. But he's been busy, so we knew that he wasn't going to be here. So
and Caitlin.
And Caitlin.
Well, Caitlin don't want to come anymore because Mav makes her feel uncomfortable.
No, Mav's got her slaving away on graphics and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's
what's happening.
Yes. But yeah, you can always find me social media everywhere. Psychonauts 8. You can find me every Monday, 10 o'clock on FSP. And of course on Fridays, acting extra fucking funny, 10 o'clock here. And you can find me and wherever else I'm hiding, but mostly on Diablo 4, trying to get to World Tour 3.
Right on, bro. Thanks, Psycho. Jasper Gaming. Just kidding. That's an old school name. I know. I had to throw it. Lord Jasper, AI Gaming News.
Yeah. Are you just going to do it? I mean,
yeah. Check him out. I
say
all
3
those
words.
Places.
Yeah, you're saying them all.
All right, go ahead.
Lord Jasper.
Everybody
Twitter,
check out Jasper at. No, I'm just kidding. All right, go ahead, bro. Sorry.
No. Where we can find Jasper?
We're done.
On YouTube and Twitter. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
Monday, Friday, 10 o'clock, right here, FSP Xbox Ultimate on the Fun Speculation Network. Can't wait for Starfield. Can't wait to make new videos on that when we get new information this week. So, yeah, that's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, I know you're gonna geek out on that too, because if you guys don't know, Jasper's a space nut. That's why he loves Star Trek so much.
Yep.
What do you do in space?
A nut in space, and it just floats because there's no gravity.
And it freezes instantly.
Well, not if you're in the ship. You would have some type of heat. I mean, if you just do it in...
You can't have a fire in space.
Hey, can you have fire in space?
All right. Pong Soul. I'm looking forward to watching the show with you, bro.
It's going to be great, Mav. It's going to be a fantastic time. It's going to be a fantastic week. We got Future Game Show tomorrow. Nobody forget about that. We got a lot of in-between game shows. Future Game Show is fantastic. a lot of people skip it because it's a lot of PC stuff, but a lot of that stuff is also console based. And we
That's
get
the biggest
new
surprises.
announcements. Yes, big surprises. There's lots of new announcements at Future Game Show tomorrow afternoon. So be there for that as well. It's going to be, man, what a weekend. Again, it's Gamers Christmas. I get so hyped, and this one's extra special. I really am jealous of everybody down in LA too. If there was one time I would like to go, and I do want to go down there sometime, man, what a year to be down there for the Starfield launch. And for how hyped everybody is about Xbox. It's going to be a great time. So shout out to everybody down there right now. But everybody else, come see us, come join us. And hey, start your morning off. You're going to get some excitement from me and my brother from another Steel Rain tomorrow morning on Living Split Screen. We're going to talk about a lot of the stuff that we've already seen in some of the shows. We're obviously going to run down our hype, our expectations for the Xbox Showcase and some of the other shows. I imagine it's going to be a long show of just hopes and dreams about what we're going to see over the next week or so, because again, remember, we got shows running into next week as well. So buckle up tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central Time, Living Split Screens, all one word. Be there. Tell a friend, bring a friend, because we are in Mission 1K. We are creeping closer. We've had a couple great weeks of new subs. So join us. We have a fun time every morning. I don't know how long we're going to go for tomorrow. I'm sure it'll probably be still 3 hours, but we'll see how much longer we go than that. But be ready tomorrow morning for Living Split Screen. And then obviously tomorrow night, No Shop Podcast. PTK Blam, shout out to him. He's going to be in LA. So shout out to that, man. He deserves it. It's going to be a blast for him. So we're not having the shop, so you guys got a night off. But Saturday nights, remember that. The Shop Podcast every Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 o'clock Central Time. A lot of people have been showing up to the shop for PTK. It's been a blast, the size of the chats that we've been having over there every Saturday. But this week you get off. So otherwise, I won't even get into next week. I'm focused on this weekend. Buckle up. Main event, Sunday morning. Be right here. Fun speculation. Yes, I make crazy fake faces. I say, look at the visor a billion times. I do lots of stupid things when it comes to these types of games and these types of showcases, because I become a little kid again, and I'm so excited. This one is going to be different. It really is. So be here Sunday morning. Otherwise, it's the golden age of gaming, people. My God, there's so much to play. Get out there. Enjoy what you're playing. Play what you love. Love what you play. And I'm going to talk to you this weekend a lot. So I'll see you all real soon. And real quick, after the showcase, of course, I'm going to be here. Steele's going to be here for the showcase, the main event, Starfield. We're going to be here. We're going to give our outro thoughts after the showcase. And then we're going over to Box and Burgers channel as well. Just want to give that a shout out. So obviously you can stay here with Mav and these guys. If you want to come over, great. Box and Burger. And of course, Wandering Dutch. So we are going to be over at the World of Gaming, me and Steele, for a recap of the showcase. And I'm sure you guys will probably still be talking here, Mav, and we'll come back. So it'll probably happen.
It'll probably be for a while.
Be lots of, if that show hits the way we think it is, we might just be going.
The way we get the thing
Right.
is like the way
Correct.
we get when we all have like we're family, right? So like
yes,
when we get to talking, even when what you guys don't know is when we end the show sometimes, like even if we had a 4-hour show, like sometimes we're here for like another hour and it gets even crazier conversations. And I wish we would have just stayed live, but especially when there's something exciting or important to talk about. And I have a feeling that this is going to be a big one, right? So love it. Everybody, hope you have a good one. Have a great night. Get some rest tomorrow. Watch your chill future game show. See some cool games there. Get your rest. Because all of the energy is going to be sucked out of every single one of us on Sunday. and then on Sunday night, we're going to be like, oh my God, that was so amazing. Like, I'm just drained from all this amazing.
Be watching 4K trailers over and over.
Oh yeah, we're going to be like
Starfield gameplay nonstop.
Sunday night, we're going to be like fucking like turds with no energy left. Just like in bed, like, oh my God, what a day that was. That's what's going to happen Sunday, guys. Come hang out with us. It's going to be great. Peace out. Good night.
Later all.
Good night.